Hey guys, welcome to the channel and another video. Today I'm going to be watching Good Will Hunting by Gus Van Sant, starring Matt Damon, Robin Williams and Ben Affleck. This is a film I believe I've watched more than 20 years ago when I was 11 or 12, but I might be wrong. I can't recall. I definitely saw it running on TV over the years because I do remember or will recognize a few things like Matt Damon playing a genius and Williams as his mentor. Two more things I should recognize is the How Do You Like Them Apples and It's Not Your Fault scenes, as I watched them on YouTube and I've seen them referenced many times on TV and the internet. I know Van Sant as an excellent director, but I've only seen one of his films before, Milk, starring Shan, which was a pretty powerful film by itself. If there are any other Van Sant films I should watch on the channel, do let me know. Damon and the late Williams are top tier actors and I've watched too much of their work to mention here. About Good Will Hunting, all I'm expecting is a drama about a genius and his mentor. But before we get into it, to help support the channel, I have a Patreon page for full-length reactions to over 70 movies, early access and weekly polls for what to watch next. You'll need your own copy to watch along, of course. The link's in the description below, by the way. Please consider being a patron. Please subscribe to the channel. Do check out my other videos. Like if you liked this video, dislike it if you didn't. With all that being said, let's get started. Good Will Hunting, Van Sant, Damon, Williams. Let's go. Miramax. Well, they don't exist anymore. Good Will Hunting. Stellan Skarsgård. He's a really good actor. Casey Affleck. He's a big star now with his own Oscar. Music by Danny Elfman. That makes so much sense. Young Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. I think they're best friends in real life too. It was written by Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. I didn't know they were writers.
I'm hoping that one of you might prove it by the end of the semester.
That means this film is most likely set in Boston. And Damon is the janitor.
I'm gonna take off.
Fuck you say I get off. It's like, what, 10 o'clock?
I'm tired.
His mind is elsewhere. Ever since he saw that problem outside, he's probably thinking about it constantly. And he's actually attempting to solve it anonymously.
Which one will it be?
Okay, they're best friends.
Find out what?
Who proved the theorem?
Oh man, the music is reflecting what we're being shown. Very appropriate.
Well, this is great. Yeah, fucking Carmine Scott Paglia. That kid used to beat the shit out of me in kindergarten. That guy? Yeah. Hey, hold up, Jack.
It's me, Will. Remember we went to kindergarten together?
Oh! He's getting his revenge for kindergarten. The color grading of the film so far has been a little washed out. And gritty and grounded. Interesting. Oh, that's assault.
So without further ado, come forward, silent rogue, and receive thy prize.
He's not here. What a mystery.
However, my colleagues and I have conferred, and there is a problem on the board right now that took us more than 2 years to prove.
I bet he's going to solve the new problem too.
When's the arraignment?
Next week.
He's at it.
Sorry.
What do you do?
Sorry. Looks right.
Danny Elfman, and he's doing an amazing job with the music.
Why did you get fired, Will? Come on.
Management was restructuring.
So I think I had a class with you.
Oh yeah? What class?
History.
Maybe.
I remember that class. It was just between recess and lunch.
Of course that's your
Hang on a
contention.
sec.
You're a first-year grad student. You just got finished reading some Marxian historian, Pete Garrison, probably.
He knows his stuff.
Were you gonna plagiarize the whole thing for us? Do you have any thoughts of your own on this matter?
Ouch.
You dropped 150 grand on a fucking education you could have got for $1.50 in late charges.
My boy's wicked smart.
My boy's wicked smart. I think I've heard that before.
There's my number. So maybe we can go out for coffee sometime.
Ooh.
Do you like apples?
Yeah.
I have context now.
Well, I got a number. How do you like them apples?
What a satisfying moment. Oh man. The whole bar scene was just amazingly written and shot.
Got this job through his PO, you can call him.
P.O.?
Parole officer.
Legal precedent, Your Honor, going back to 1789.
He's defending himself in court.
I'm also aware that you've been through several foster homes.
Oh.
The state removed you from 3 because of serious physical abuse.
Oh.
You hit a cop, you're going in.
That's how the bail problem will be solved.
I've spoken to the judge, and he's agreed to release you.
But under 2 conditions.
All right, I'll do the math, but I'm not going to meet with any fucking therapist.
It's better than spending that time in jail, isn't it?
He has a point.
I read your book. Do you find it hard to hide the fact that you're gay?
What?
What? Look, buddy, 2 seconds ago you were ready to give me a jump.
A jump?
I don't care if you putt from the rough.
What are you do? Hey, you know something? I can't do this pro bono work anymore. It's just not. It's not worth it.
It's almost like nobody really cares about him. He has his friends and all, but he needs something deeper than that.
What do you want to do?
Well, there is someone.
Why is trust the most important thing?
Robin Williams, man. Robin Williams was a genius.
Hey, Jerry.
Sean,
Yeah.
I think I got something interesting for you. Ever heard of Ramanujan?
No.
It's a man. And from this simple text, he was able to extrapolate theories that had baffled mathematicians for years. This boy is just like that.
He's from Southie.
Oh man, the camera work in that scene was fantastic.
This is Sean McGuire, Will Hunting.
Why?
Oh, Will Hunting is his name. That's why Good Will Hunting. It's not Good Will Hunting, it's Good Will Hunting. That makes a ton of sense. And that shows he served in Vietnam, I think.
All your money on these fucking fancy books. You surround yourselves with them. They're the wrong fucking books.
He's already being so judgmental.
Maybe you married the wrong woman.
Maybe you should watch your mouth.
Why'd she leave you?
If you ever disrespect my wife again, I will end you. I will fucking end you.
Time's up. At ease, gentlemen.
Another fantastically written and directed scene. Look at his performance, the complexities of emotion. There's a lot of symbolism I think I'm missing here.
You have?
No, I really haven't.
This job you happen to get a good night kiss?
No, I tell you, I was hoping to get good night late.
They have really good on-screen chemistry.
Come with me.
So if I asked you about art, you'd probably give me the skinny on every art book ever written. I bet you can't tell me what it smells like in the Sistine Chapel. If I ask you about women, you'd probably give me a syllabus of your personal favorites. But you can't tell me what it feels like to wake up next to a woman and feel truly happy. I ask you about war, you'd probably throw Shakespeare at me, right? But you've never been near one. You've never held your best friend's head in your lap and watch him gasp his last breath looking to you for help.
Goosebumps, guys.
And you would know about sleeping sitting up in a hospital room for 2 months, holding her hand, because the doctors could see in your eyes that the terms visiting hours don't apply to you. I see a cocky, scared, shitless kid.
Oh, wow. That was one of the best single scene performances I've seen from Robin Williams ever.
That's pretty funny, Morgan. It's a fucking nickel, bitch.
They have such a dysfunctional but great friendship dynamic. They're essentially playing a game of chicken.
What do you mean I didn't talk? You were in there for an hour.
I wrote it down. It's simpler this way.
The kid's right. And they have to pat his ego.
I went on a date last week.
How'd it go?
It was good. It's different from most of the girls I've been with.
So call her up, Romeo.
Why? So I can realize she's not that smart, that she's fucking boring? This girl's like fucking perfect right now. I don't want to ruin that.
Maybe you're perfect right now. Maybe you don't want to ruin that.
Ooh.
My wife used to fart when she was nervous.
She used to fart in her sleep. She woke up and go like, oh, was that you?
I said, yeah, I didn't have the heart to tell.
She's been dead 2 years, and that's the shit I remember. It's wonderful stuff, you know?
Those are the things I miss the most.
Took a very serious turn.
But the question is whether or not you're perfect for each other.
They're fantastic writers. And he's actually visiting her.
What are you doing here?
I couldn't wait till tomorrow.
Have you got lots of brothers and sisters?
I have 12 big brothers.
You do not
No, I
have
swear to
12
God. I
brothers.
swear to God. I'm lucky
No.
13 right here. So when did you know, like, that she was the one for you?
My friends and I had slept out on the sidewalk all night to get tickets.
You got tickets?
Did you rush the field?
No, I was in a bar having a drink with my future wife. I don't regret the 18 years I was married to Nancy. And I sure as hell don't regret missing a damn game.
These are the best scenes of the film. The camera work in this film has been very impressive.
So, Skylar, thanks for coming by. It's always nice to meet you.
Oh. Hey, wait a minute. You said we were going to see your place.
No, not tonight.
You ever plan on paying your tab?
Yeah, Chief. Got the winning lottery ticket right here.
What's the jackpot?
12 million.
I don't think that'll cover it.
Have you talked to him at all about his future? No, we haven't gotten into that yet. We're still banging away at the past.
Can you imagine if Einstein would have given that up just to get drunk with his buddies in Vienna every night? We all would have lost something.
Maybe he doesn't want what you want. There's more to life than a fucking Fields medal.
The boy's in a meeting right now. I set up for him over at McNeil.
We've already offered you a position.
Nobody in this town works without a retainer, guys.
He sent Chuck.
If I had $200 in my back pocket right now, but after the shit you tried to pull today, you can bet I'll be looking into you.
He's actually taking the money.
Keep your ear to the grindstone.
What a load of crap.
You want some help?
No. It is actually important that I learn this. Do you have a photographic memory?
I don't know. I just kind of remember, you know? I mean, how do you remember your phone number? You know, you just do.
I couldn't paint you a picture. I probably can't hit the ball out of Fenway.
I can't play the piano.
But you can do my OChem paper in under an hour.
Right. Well, I mean, when it came to stuff like that, I could always just play.
Wow, what a beautiful explanation. A great analogy.
I want you to come to California with me.
I can't go to California.
But you're gonna marry some rich prick who your parents will approve of and just sit around with the other trust fund babies and talk about how you went slumming too once.
Why are you saying this?
What the fuck am I afraid of?
You're afraid of me. You're afraid that I won't love you back. You know what? I'm afraid too.
What do you want to know? What? That I don't have 12 brothers?
Didn't know
That this isn't fucking surgery, that the motherfucker stabbed me. You don't want to hear that shit, Skylar.
I want to hear you say that you don't love me.
What an amazing scene. I didn't have words.
I don't love you.
This is one of the best films I've seen.
But did you think of the possibility?
That's right. Do you know how easy this is for me? Do you have any fucking idea how easy this is? This is a fucking joke.
Most days I wish I never met you. Because then I could sleep at night.
Even the secondary characters in the film, like Lambeau, they have their own story arc. It's an excellently, meticulously written script.
Say I'm working at the NSA and somebody puts a code on my desk, something no one else can break. Maybe I take a shot at it, maybe I break it. And I'm real happy with myself because I did my job well. But maybe that code was the location of some rebel army in North Africa or the Middle East. And once they have that location, they bomb the village where the rebels are hiding. 1,500 people that I never met, never had no problem with get killed.
What an excellent cut.
Do you have a soulmate?
Shakespeare, Nietzsche, Frost, O'Connor, Kant, Pope, Locke.
They're all dead.
What are you passionate about? What do you want? Why did you work at the most prestigious technical college in the whole fucking world?
Oh.
So what do you really want to do?
I want to be a shepherd. Fuck you.
You're the shepherd.
I love you.
Take care.
You're an idiot. Not only the score, but the soundtrack itself is just amazing.
So how's your lady?
She's gone. I want to way out of here for her. I mean, I'm going to fucking live here the rest of my life.
He already decided his future.
20 years, if you're still living here, coming over my house to watch the Patriots game, still working construction, I'll fucking kill you. Because tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and I'll be 50. And I'll still be doing this shit. You know what the best part of my day is? For about 10 seconds from when I pull up to the curb when I get to your door. Because I think maybe I'll get up there and I'll knock on the door and you won't be there.
What a fantastic scene.
And who's he handling? He pushes people away before they have a chance to leave him. It's a defense mechanism, all right?
Why are you still so fucking afraid of failure?
I don't blame you. It's not about you, you mathematical dick.
Mathematical dick.
I can come back.
Now come in. I was just leaving.
My father was an alcoholic. Mean fucking drunk. He'd come home hammered, looking to wail on somebody. So I'd provoke him so he wouldn't go after my mother and little brother.
Will has an attachment disorder? Is it all that stuff?
This is not your fault.
Oh man, this is the scene. I didn't have any context for this before, but it's carrying so much weight now.
It's not your fault.
I know.
No, you don't. It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Don't fuck with me, all right? Don't fuck with me, Sean. Not you.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Oh my God.
What a beautiful scene. What a beautiful, beautiful scene. Danny Elfman.
Awesome. My new boss. He seemed like a good guy.
He took one of those jobs.
You're done. You're a free man. Hope we keep in touch, you know?
Yeah, me too. I'll be traveling around a bit. It'll be a little hard, but I've got an answering machine at the college I'll be checking in with.
He's going to explore his life after his wife's death, thanks to Will.
It just violate the patient-doctor relationship.
Nah, only if you grab my ass.
Happy birthday. Still, we forgot, huh, bitch? Fucking come on. Here's your present.
They got him a car.
It's the ugliest fucking car I ever seen in my life.
It's a good car, dude. The engine's good. Engine's good.
Happy 21, Will.
Class of 72's having a reunion in 6 months.
Yeah, I got one of those too.
Why don't you come? I'll buy you a drink.
How about a drink right now?
Yeah, got the winner right here, pal. Oh. Yes, sir. This is the one.
Oh man. Oh man. It's happening. Just like Chuck said, he's going to knock on his door one day and he's not going to be there. And I think Will changed his mind. The music here by Danny Elfman is just divine. Look at the smile on his face. Happy for his brother. That's unselfish love.
If the professor calls about that job, just tell him, sorry. I had to go see about a girl.
Damn.
Son of a bitch. He stole my line.
He stole his line. That was one of the best films of the 90s and one of the best scripts I've ever seen. Thank you guys for this recommendation. Okay, I took some time to collect my thoughts. First off, holy crap. That was amazing. I had no idea Damon and Affleck wrote the script. They're crazy talented writers. I know Affleck did some decent directorial work later in his career, but I would never have pegged him for a writer, even Matt Damon for that matter. Gus Van Sant did a stellar job with the directing, no doubt, but the real stars of the show were the writers and the actors. Two of them happened to write the script as well. I could go on about the strengths of the film, like the writing, music, directing, camera work, and the editing, but I dare you to find weaknesses here. It could be argued that the actual cinematography was a little weak, but I'd counter with the fact that stylizing the cinematography too much would have taken away from this excellent, excellent story. Let's not waste time and get started with the directing by Gus Van Sant and the writing by Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. Van Sant is an excellent director. He really bought out the performances from his actors. Robin Williams and Matt Damon warrant special recognition. Their on-screen chemistry was second to none. They were masters of their craft here. Damon's chemistry with Minnie Driver and Ben Affleck's character, there were also no joking matter. They were just perfect. Van Sant took his time to structure the film in 3 acts. In the first act, he introduces the characters and shows how underprivileged Will actually is and how he's wasting his true potential. By the second act, he's out of jail and under the supervision of Professor Lambeau and working with Sean McGuire, Williams' character. Finally, at the end, his character is truly transformed, and he finally knows what he wants, because a central question of the film was asked to Will, what do you want? And he finally gets the answer in the third act: to go see about a girl, just like his mentor did 25 or 30 years ago. The amazing thing about this script is that almost all the main characters had their own arcs. Shan, who loses his wife and resigns to just existing, changes his life and goes on to explore the world by the end. Lambeau, who was shown to be a single-minded genius, comes to terms with Will's transformation and also renews his friendship with Shan. Chuck loves and encourages Will to make something of himself in an amazing scene. Skylar, who loved Will and was ready to literally move in, gets over Will and moves on. Yeah, we see Will going after her at the end, but the point still stands. The story and the dialogue were just perfect and meticulously written. I couldn't find a single fault or plot hole in the script. Words are failing me as to how amazing this script was. The performances were just as good, and I'll talk about them later. For now, let's talk about the cinematography, camera work, and the editing of the film. The cinematography was kept simple, grounded, and gritty. I think it was to reflect the working class feel of Will and his friends. Like I mentioned before, I could see some arguments on how the cinematography might be considered a little weak, but I see that point, but I wouldn't go as far as to say that it had any negative impact on the film whatsoever. I might even argue that it enhanced the realism feel of the film. The actual camera work was great though. Van Sant used a lot of prime lenses, and his characters were framed wonderfully. In one of the montage scenes, he used almost a bird's eye point of view from the ceiling, which I thought was very creative. The editing in the film was very good too. It was smooth and free-flowing. The cuts weren't very jarred, and the transitions used in the film were not simple. In fact, they were very well thought out. There were quite a few metaphors there I missed. Great work in this department overall. The music in the film was by Danny Elfman, and it was a highlight for me. Holy crap, that man could really write music. My heart could barely take it at points. It was the perfect mix between heartwarming, sad, and inspirational. I'll be listening to the score for sure. The actual soundtrack itself was great too, with a lot of indie music used, which happens to be one of my favorite genres. I'll also be looking up the songs used in the film, because quite a few of them resonated with me strongly. Matt Damon played Will Hunting, and as far as I could tell, he was Will Hunting. He embodied the character so well that halfway through I stopped seeing Matt Damon, the global superstar, and I just saw Will, the scrawny, cocky kid from Boston with a genius level intellect. He played his character with an arrogant indifference at first, and it was wonderful to watch his transformation. His chemistry with all the other actors were great, and he deserved awards for his performance here, and writing too. Let's talk about his relationship with Robin Williams' character. Williams played Sean McGuire. His performance was stupid good. Maybe even better than Damon's. I don't know, I only watched this film once. I need to rewatch this, by the way. He played Sean with a certain sadness, which only Williams could do. Williams was depressed most of his adult life, and as many comedians are, and I feel like his real life spilled onto screen here. I felt for that man. I felt for Sean. I felt his love for his wife, the unconditional love, and the reasons why he resigned and settles for teaching at the community college we see him in. The scenes between him and Damon were the best in the film. The "it's not your fault" scene finally made sense for me, and I had a hard time holding my emotions in. I'm running out of adjectives in describing how brilliant both of the leads were in their roles. The supporting cast like Ben and Casey Affleck, Stellan Skarsgård, and Minnie Driver were just wonderful in their roles too. with Driver having the best performance out of the bunch. I loved how down to earth her character was, and I also loved the fact that even though she was sad, she did have the courage to move on. It goes to show the strength of her character. Stellan Skarsgård was also great as Professor Lambeau. He was very arrogant, like Will, especially about his fields medal. Anyway, but he had no malice in his heart, and he ultimately wanted the best for Will, just in a wrong way. Affleck had one of the best scenes in the script. He played Chuck, Will's best friend. His character tells Will that he owes them to move out and make something of his life. All the performances in the film, feel they warrant recognition. It was amazing. If you're talking about criticism and you wanted me to be completely objective, I would probably say the cinematography was good, not amazing. But if you ask me for my opinion, I wouldn't even consider this a weakness. The entire film was close to perfect. Overall, this was one of the best films of the 90s and easily one of the best scripts ever put on pen and paper and on screen. Van Sant did an amazing job with the directing. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck did an amazing job with the script. Damon and Williams were amazing at their roles. I realize I'm using the word amazing too much, but that's exactly what I saw and felt. This film is a classic through and through, and I strongly believe that this film will age like a good bottle of wine, because I feel like I will cherish this film for the rest of my life. I want to thank you guys for this wonderful, wonderful recommendation. Anyways, thank you for watching. I have a Patreon page. Consider being a patron. The link's in the description below, by the way. Subscribe to the channel. Do check out my other videos. Like if you liked this video. Dislike it if you didn't. I will see you in the next one. Bye.